On today's episode, surprising news on the Tesla Model Y, Tesla's unusual Superbowl ad, John Deere goes green, and the Cybertruck becomes a snowmobile. There will be no Model Y Project Juniper refresh in 2024, according to a recent internal Tesla email. The message was sent in response to feedback from customers that they are waiting to place orders for their new Model Ys in anticipation of a design refresh similar to the Model 3's recent Highland update. The letter goes on to stress that there's no better time for customers to start driving the world's best-selling vehicle and reminds employees of the $7,500 federal tax credit as well as some other incentives, one of which appears to be a temporary discount on the Model Y for the month of February, which takes the lease price for the electric crossover down to $379 per month with a down payment of $2,500 up front. The problem is that a potential design update for the Model Y is a very attractive reason to hold off on buying one. The recent success of the Model 3 Highland has been a very blatant example of that. But it's not the only reason. Back in March of last year, news outlet Reuters published an article filled with information on Project Juniper, a revamp of the Model Y very similar to the now well-known Project Highland. Anonymous sources close to the project told Reuters that the projected start date of production for this updated vehicle would be October 2024, but didn't give any specifics as to what would be changed. Regardless, the Tesla community was all over this news, including us, but time passed and 2023 ended up being dominated by big projects like the Cybertruck launch, Giga Mexico getting delayed, and the Model 3 Highland getting released. So this is really the first substantial thing we've heard about Project Juniper since early 2023. The question now, was this email just trying to keep sales high while clearing out old inventory, or has Tesla actually pushed back the project until a later date? Now, that's hard to say for sure. There's definitely incentive for Tesla to keep pushing the current Model Y in order to keep those numbers up, but it also wouldn't be strange for them to be holding off on Juniper for now. After all, the company seemed very excited about Giga Mexico before construction preparation slowed down in response to the shaky economy late last year, and there have been several significant new projects started across the company's facilities, not to mention the very beginning of the pre-production for Tesla's new 25K vehicle platform, Project Redwood. With all that going on, it would make sense for Tesla to prioritize these other things over a redesign of their best-performing car. But the email didn't say it wasn't happening anymore either, so we'll just have to wait and see if Tesla adjusts their schedule again. How would you like to win a free Tesla of your choosing? I mean, who wouldn't, right? Check this out. Climate Exchange is holding their 8th annual EV raffle right now to raise money for their nonprofit's environmental activism that is focused on transitioning the economy towards zero emissions and sustainable energy. So even if you don't win, you've supported a good cause. But if you do win, then you get to pick your very own fully customized EV from any manufacturer. So you don't even need to choose a Tesla. You could take a Rivian if that's what your heart desires. I won't tell. Of course, you might be thinking that even if you were to receive a free luxury car, then you'd still have to pay thousands of dollars in taxes to actually receive it. But that's not the case here. Climate Exchange will pay all US taxes on your winnings. Sounds good? Then don't wait. Each ticket is only $250 to purchase, but sales end on February 27th, so do not miss your opportunity to win your dream car while helping save the planet all at the same time. Go to carbonraffle.org to get your tickets before they sell out. You may have seen Tesla in a Superbowl ad this weekend, but it wasn't paid for by Elon Musk. On February 11th, at least 2 ads showing real crash footage of Teslas reportedly operating with the company's full self-driving software were pushed to audiences across the US and were a continuation of an ongoing campaign to boycott Tesla products funded by tech billionaire Dan O'Dowd. The ad campaign was expensive, of course. O'Dowd's company, the Dawn Project, paid a total of $552,000 to run them across several states. Last year, the Dawn Project ran similar ads for roughly the same amount in an effort to raise awareness about the safety issues of Tesla's beta driver assistance software. O'Dowd claims that his goal with the Dawn project is to make software systems like Tesla's FSD safer for humanity, and has been a staunch critic of Elon Musk's company for some time as a result of these safety issues, even going so far as to make a Senate run in 2022 so that he could get cheaper airtime for his anti-Tesla ads. And sure, that definitely sounds like he has a pretty strong grudge against Musk and Tesla, but shockingly, there are even more holes in the story than that. During that same Senate run in 2022, the Dawn project released a test video of FSD in action, casually running over several child-sized mannequins. You may have seen the advertisements made with this footage. However, even though the company claims that their test driver activated the system before the collisions, their own video shows that this was not the case, and FSD was never turned on at all. So O'Dowd really seems to have it out for Tesla and is spending lots of money for ads that don't even properly show the supposed danger of FSD, which brings us to the question of why? Well, as it turns out, Mr. O'Dowd is also the proud CEO of Green Hills Software, which makes autonomous driving and piloting systems for vehicles. Yup, it's the simplest reason of all. He's a direct competitor. Early video can be found of Green Hills Software marketing their autonomous driving software at tech shows, eventually landing a partnership with BMW themselves. The problem is, O'Dowd's software is about as safe as he's been saying the Tesla FSD is, with a particularly nasty fatal collision in Germany in August 2022 caused by complications arising from their autonomous system. It's not as though Tesla and their FSD software should be above criticism, but this is a clear case of a grudge from another less successful business wasting money with disingenuous ads that are cashing in on public fears. O'Dowd clearly has a lot to gain from smearing Tesla. John Deere is making good on their promise to start working towards the production of electric tractor parts and supporting infrastructure, something the company is hoping to achieve by 2026. The original announcement of the new direction was made in August of 2023, in which the company talked about their acquisition of Chrysler Electric the year before, a move which would allow them to take over an established maker of batteries and charging equipment by taking over their production facilities and immediately planning some new ones. First, an expansion in Europe to add a battery production facility at their existing location in Austria and to their factory in Suresnes, France, where the majority of John Deere engines are manufactured in the EU. Then onto North America, where a whole new battery assembly plant is in the works for Kernersville, North Carolina. The new facility is planned to be 115,000 square feet and support production of 2 gigawatt hours of battery capacity. It will also require hiring about 50 new personnel, which is a good-sized production team for a new location that will hopefully have some more experienced Chrysler staff on hand to guide the new team while it starts producing Chrysler-designed battery packs and Chimero chargers. But it looks like work hasn't started on the site itself, which was apparently purchased barely a month ago. Local news reports that the lot stands 35 acres north of the company's existing Kernersville campus and covers 5 parcels of land. So it looks like work is progressing, just a bit slower than John Deere might have wanted, and that's fair. They are in the beginning stages of adapting their heavy agricultural equipment to electric for the first time, while trying to make that switch attractive to farmers who are used to fossil fuel-powered vehicles. However, between this electric initiative and recent deals with SpaceX for the use of their Starlink systems to help bring more stable internet to farming work, it's clear that John Deere isn't going to let the future outpace them. The Cybertruck modding scene took another step into the bizarre when heavy vehicle content creator Dave Sparks posted a picture of his snow track-equipped Cybertruck on Instagram. The February 8th post shows Dave's stainless steel Tesla in his garage sporting a custom set of tracks in place of each of the wheels, which Dave jokes are the same shape as the truck itself, and says it's one of the most ridiculously amazing things that we have ever built. The treads themselves are pushed out from the truck on custom attachments that spread the weight over a larger area and raise the overall ride height. They are fairly wide as well, making the truck look as if the wheels had just been replaced with the back ends of 4 different snowmobiles. Other than that, though, it looks like nothing else has been modified. From the sounds of things, he hasn't gotten to try it out in the field yet, but looking over his YouTube page shows us that Dave is no stranger to pushing modified vehicles through extreme conditions, even if they're usually diesel-powered. And it's certainly one of the most interesting modifications we've seen to a Cybertruck to date, although it's not the first time we've seen snow tracks on a Tesla vehicle. Back in 2020, another YouTuber had a similar idea with the Model 3, swapping the rear wheels for tracks to give better handling on snow, which seems to work fairly well, so there's no reason to think that the more powerful Cybertruck won't do even better. It's pretty fun seeing what new owners are coming up with in terms of tests and new equipment for their Cybertrucks. It's probably only a matter of time before someone really puts the vehicle's rumored floating capacity to the test by modding it to be a boat.